Come in, brave heroes. Sit down, quickly. Welcome home. I'm Ash, this is AshQuest, and this is the July edition of the Crowdfunds campaign series, a video series where I check out these crowdfunds that are on my radar. I think they should be on your radar. There's some really cool stuff here. Some of it you just can't miss. I get nothing out of this. It's just stuff that I thought was really cool that I want to share. So let's go. First up, this is Control over Goizora, or COG, a game from Nari Games, in which you control kaiju or giant robots. You build up your arena, which is going to be this three-dimensional city, and you battle the other opponent, and you just completely wreck the city. This ought to call out to the kid in you. You have part Power Rangers, part Godzilla, all awesome. Fast to learn, fast to play, no dice, no complex rules, just a deck of cards. Print your game or get everything ready with a physical pledge. The idea of this is so cool. I don't even have to know anything else about it. I'm just sold on this image alone. And if this image didn't sell me, then this one sure would. She looks amazing. I could just be happy with just this miniature. She is so freaking cool. Look at this giant drill weapon. Look at the sort of Chaos Warrior-esque design of this steel armor. It's so cool. There's not a whole lot to go on here. We just know that there's 45 Colossi unlocked before and during the campaign. This more seems like it's going to be for those who have 3D printers that are able to print their own stuff, but there is going to be a physical pledge, and I can imagine it's going to be a bit on the premium side, but depending on the quality of the miniatures, I might be all in on this. This is so cool. That's it. Make sure you sign up. Link's going to be in the description below. Let's move on to the next one. This is Sun Rot, a cooperative grimdark board game. This looks to be sort of like an indie version of some kind of version of Warhammer, something or other. We have very much the war game scenario board here. It almost looks like something that would have been created by Warclaw Games, just so bleak looking. The three-dimensional materials look really cool on the board here. They look a lot like the Green Stuff World walls that I reviewed a while back. Of course, I don't think that they have anything to do with that, but it does remind me of that. This game includes a gilded, embossed box measuring approximately 16 by 12 by 3 inches, weighing 7.5 pounds. There are standees for every character and monster, 250 unique cards. Not a lot of cards. I like that. I actually like the low amount of cards. It's a two-sided game board, durable card terrain, thematic tokens, 12 unique dice, a rule book, and a deluxe scenario book. I really like that. This is a games master-led cooperative tabletop board game. So it looks like it's going to be very dungeon crawler, very Hero Quest-ish, but we don't see, at least I don't see spaces on this board. I see these tiles, but I don't think that these are like traversable, move your character 6 spaces, 1, 2 types of tiles. I think these are just walkways as part of the graphic scenery here. And I think that the scenario book is going to set up exactly how this is supposed to be laid out and played. So a while back, I was like, ooh, what if HeroQuest didn't conform to the grid system? What if it was more like you got to take out your tape measure and measure distances? This might be that, or I could be completely wrong, and these actually are traversable spaces. It comes with 4 playable classes: the Fighter, Wizard, Cleric, and Astrologer. The gameplay system is card-driven, and it's rules light and beginner-friendly. I like that. We have, I think, a price point somewhere around here. Sick. Very sick. It scratches the itches of a TTRPG without the huge time investment, and every game is different. I like that. If you are the creator of this game, or you are in any way, shape, or form a position to send me a copy for review here on the channel, I would love that. I think that this is so cool. The presentation of this is awesome, even though I like to push the idea of miniatures. If the standees are practical enough, and in this case, it looks like they are, yeah, I'm totally fine with standees. And the card-driven system looks really cool. Art on the cards looks really good. Looks like it's all hand-drawn human stuff. I appreciate that. There might be a confirmation of that somewhere on here, but we also have miniatures that look like they are optional for use with this system. So if you are a miniaturist, you can get these metal miniatures in this 28mm scale. The game itself, though, $99 USD. So this might price some folks out. Let's move on to the next one. A link for this one will be in the description below. Smashbash.org. Ghost in the Shell tabletop board game. I thought this was really cool. The Ghost in the Shell is my favorite manga of all time. Neon Genesis Evangelion is my favorite anime of all time. But when it comes to the manga, this is the one that I would grab if I could only have one and take to an island. It's my favorite. It's just the most awesome manga of all time, and it is fundamentally the most superior cyberpunk of all time, in my opinion, in my humble view. And now we get to have a TTRPG based in this universe, so no doubt this book is going to be filled with stat blocks for all these characters that are very recognizable to fans of the anime or manga, and there have been many anime adaptations, many different series, really, better said. I'm very excited for the anime series, the newest one that's come out, because it is based on the manga, so I might have a new favorite anime. Really excited about that one. Link will be in the description below. It launches in 16 days as of the time of this video. Gotta go back to Sunrot here. I think this is not a crowdfund. this is something you could just order, right? Moving on to Quake the board game. I actually don't know anything about this, but I think that the idea of there being a Quake board game is hilarious. Turn on some 9-inch nails and just play Quake on your tabletop. Cards and miniatures come together in a fast-paced arena battle. Okay, well that kind of makes sense. I hope that there's a way for one side to just continuously spawn weak enemies for the other side to just pummel and absolutely destroy. Yes, there will be verticality. Flat maps are for campers. Our maps feature both high ground and low ground. Want to grab that railgun or BFG 10K hidden above? Look for classic jump pads, or simply perform a rocket jump with your rocket launcher to reach places nobody else can. This only matters if you can have some functionality on both the upper and lower parts of the same dimension. Otherwise, you could have just covered that with a one-dimensional picture of a roof. But I appreciate the sentiment. Maybe that is the case. Maybe we have some really cool three-dimensional arena battles coming. Where's the project? It's a campaign preview right now. You can follow this. It's not going on. There's no countdown just yet. It says it's coming this August though, so it's right around the corner. Might be really cool. This is HEYTrace Hex. It's successfully funded. You can still late pledge for available rewards. I thought this was a really cool idea. It just had a $1,000 goal, but it went for over 108,000. And so a lot of people must agree that this Hex battle mat is a great idea. It is a translucent battle mat that you simply set over the top of whatever thing. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's traceable. It's traceable right here. I saw this and I'm like, wait a minute. Is he tracing? Yeah, he appears to have a map traced over another hand-drawn homemade map. It's a confusing picture, but this is what it's really all about. You set this down and you have a translucent map that already has a square grid or the hex grid on it, and then you are able to trace whatever you want. So you don't have to have the picture. Sorry, you do have to have a picture of something, but it doesn't have to have the grid already on it. You can just take a top-down image of a scenery of some kind, and then you can overlay this map on it, and bam, you have instant terrain on which you can play. It does seem to kind of issue a bit of a haze, a blur of some kind to the image underneath. It makes it a little bit harder to see. That might just be because of this photograph and the angle at which this is taken. It might be because of the luminosity of the picture underneath itself. I don't think it's a screen though. It could be just a dull picture to begin with though. You might lift this screen up and it might be completely fine, but based on the discoloration of the table at the edges here, where I think this is overlaying the table and not map, that it is going to kind of administer a bit of unintentional fog to the map. But in this picture, it looks like the image underneath is a lot clearer. But this is the sort of thing that you can do with this, and it's dry erasable, which means you can draw your own stuff on it. There we go. There we go. Perfect example. You can actually see what the maps look like before and after the sheet is laid over the top. I mean, how much that affects your experience, that's going to be up to you. How much immersion are you willing to lose because of this overlay? Anyway, you can pledge. These roll up, so they're super convenient. The trial kit, the Explorer Pack, medium. It's $54 USD. You can actually still pledge this. As of the time of this video, there's 13 spots left. Then the price goes up. Ooh, that's limited quantity as well. They're all limited quantities. I wonder if that's a FOMO tactic or if that's real, like they only made so many. They can contractually only make so many. I hope we see a lot more stuff like this. I did come across a set of clear plastic, clearer than this, plastic hex grids and square tile grids that come in a 1-inch standard, and they're smaller, but they sort of go together like puzzle pieces. So you can buy multiple sets and scale them out to size the picture that you are trying to overlay your playable grid system on top of. So This is definitely not the only option out there, but it might be one of the more convenient ones for you. Link will be in the description below. Let's go on to the next one. I don't do Wingspan, but if you do Wingspan, then this is for you. This is Wingspan Pocket, which distills the Wingspan experience down to a lighter, shorter card-driven game that has each player activate a single row of cards on each of their turns. I'm sure that it's polished, I'm sure that it's light fun, but we're moving on. This is Castle System 4. I actually reviewed Castle System here on the channel with physical product, and this particular one, I'm very happy to say I have physical product for as well, right here. And I will be doing a more in-depth look at this system very, very soon. So you can visit this page, you can check out the campaign preview. It hasn't started yet. I don't believe it will have started by the time this video goes live. And you can get excited for the very up close and personal look that I'll be doing with this stuff here on the channel, with some of the typical comparisons with miniatures that I have laying around, things like that. This is follow now to get a free gift. Oh yeah. All this is, I'm about to show you all of, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't know what those pieces were for. Now I know. Oh, it's the anchor. Is that the free reward? I don't see the horse. Never mind the horse. This is all the rest of the stuff that you'll get that I'll be showing here on the chan. Link in the description below. And that's it. Probably the fastest crowdfund video I've ever ran through. You'll have to let me know if you find any of these useful. If you like the series, you want me to continue doing them? I probably am, but it gets to be slim pickings for the most part, because I have kind of a rigorous system of, if it's going to be like card decks only, I'm not interested. I decided not to back the Dragon Ball Z board game because it was just a ton of cards. There really wasn't a lot of information at all anywhere. Zero info, unless you were thinking, I'd like to go find some information. And then you clicked on the community tab of the Kickstarter and bam, there was so much info that I would have loved to have known about in other avenues where it was more accessible to me. And then I might have considered backing it. But the most I got was a live stream where the creator of the game was going to answer questions, and the live stream broke at about 7 or 8 minutes and nothing happened. There was no update on why that happened, no continuation. And then later there was a whole big video published that contained a lot more than just that. Yeah, this rant is going nowhere and it's ill-placed, but it is what it is. Mostly dungeon crawlers and immersive game systems. That's what I'm looking for. And there has to be very little, hopefully no reliance at all on apps or anything like that. And of course, there can't be any AI generated art. I don't go for it. Oh, but that kaiju game, COG, that looks so cool though. That does look really, really cool. But if you spotted any crowdfunds out in the wild that you'd like me to cover in the next episode, or drop a mention some way, shape, or form here on the channel, if I can get the time to do it before that particular campaign closes or what have you, let me know. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know which of these piqued your interest, and I'll see you in the next exciting adventure. Until then, brave heroes, I bid you a fantastic rest of your day, and bye for now. Now go, shoo, out with you.